Bank is an organization that basically acts as a hub to receive food from many different areas. One is the government, the USDA product comes here. Another is the state food comes here, the emergency food. We get a lot of donations from individuals. They're very, very necessary. Cost about $37 an hour to live comfortably in this area of the country. That means a modest two-bedroom apartment, modest. No frills, no extras, just modest. And then on top of that, you pay your electric and your gas and all of the rest. Many individuals they're lucky if they earn $10 to $12 an hour. So they work 2 to 3 jobs, leaving children at home to care for themselves in many instances. The food bank basically acquires all this food and we distribute it to agencies because the agencies are able to meet the real elements of what's occurring or not occurring in a household. Agencies that we provide for are agencies that are able to address these issues. Homelessness. We go to the shelters to ensure that they have the food for the homeless people. And those are agencies like St. Luke's Life Works and Shelter for the Homeless and all of those agencies where they need the food in order to feed the population that so deeply needs them. Another place that we provide food for are what we call pantries. Pantries is a place where you can get a bag of groceries and that will take care of your family for several days. Many people seek pantries at the end of the month before food stamps kick in and when they know the rent is going to be due on the first of the month. So the end of the month is a very, very difficult time for people. They need the pantries. So pantries distribute a bag of groceries to them, and with those bags of groceries, they can make ends meet.
In the church, I am the pastor and been pastoring for 27 years. I volunteer to come and help here. I work wherever I can. I do bags, I do whatever, everything. About 8 o'clock or before 8, the people start coming here at 7:30. And about a quarter after 8, we open the door. And they runs and rush in, and we have a full house. And it's so exciting to see the people coming in to get food and make us feel very happy to know that we are helping somebody to be happy. And we thank God for the food bank.
Well, I've been living in Stamford for 58 years. I've been here since I was 5 years old. My parents moved up here from Jacksonville, Florida. And I've gone to school here all my life, and I've worked here all my life. I've had various jobs. Key Punch, I went to Key Punch school after I graduated in '65. Then I went on to work for various limousine services. I also painted for housing at one time. I just love coming here to the food bank because the people are very nice. They treat you with respect. This is one of the best food banks that I've ever been to. And the people, like I say, they're very nice. And I enjoy coming here, and I am so grateful and thankful that they have a food bank because I don't know what I would do sometimes without them. I've also visited the food bank where the food comes from. I thought at one time that I could buy food from there, but I couldn't. So I had to continue coming to the church. And sometimes I even go to the church here because the people are so nice. I'm by myself, basically, but I need the food because you can't make ends meet with the economy today. There just isn't enough, and my check has to go for everything. That's clothing, whatever I might need in my household items or whatever. You have to do laundry, you need money for that. So that my money is spread, in all of these places until that food is a plus. It is a help, okay? And I would not make it without it. I would not make it without it, and I'm sure a lot of other people wouldn't either.
I'm a worker here at the food bank, and we come down on Thursday and pack up the bags, and we always start with 100 bags, and as you can see, they are all gone.
On my daily basis, also the food there, like the cereal and things like that, and the canned goods are always helpful. You can have a meat and then you can build around that with your vegetables, and they give you rice and pasta. They give you a lot of food here.
The most difficult thing about hunger in a household is it takes away from the parents' ability to provide for the basic necessities to a child. It makes home a house. We moved 1.6 million pounds of food last year in and out of this little warehouse. And some say, oh, that's fantastic, that's terrific. Yes, it's fantastic that we were able to do it. It's fantastic that the people who are donating and contributing enabled us to do it. But the sad part of it is that we had to do it, that the need is out there for that 1.6 million pounds of food. That's the saddest part of the equation, that we need to do this. And our agencies do an enormous job in taking care of the community. And I think they would hesitate to think where they would be without us.
Go and pick up food because we've been distributing food every Wednesday and Saturday. I give people food. We've been help people need it. We help them.
I work for Domus Foundation, which is a nonprofit here in Stamford, and I am the program coordinator. I was running a boys group home here in Stamford, one of the group homes where we have 10 young men that have been brought to us through the Department of Children and Family. The food bank benefits us a lot because, like I said, we feed 10 young men each month, so we run out of a lot of food. We have a budget that we can only spend $400 a month. So the food bank comes in handy because we have to supplement the meals that we can't buy by coming to the food bank. So it helps us out a lot.
Well, I'm the director of New Covenant House, which is a program of Catholic Charities, and we are Stamford's only soup kitchen. We have 3 core services, which is our soup kitchen, our food pantry, and a children's after-school feeding program. Our soup kitchen and our food pantry rely heavily upon the food bank to provide the food that we need to prepare meals each and every day. We come here 3 to 4 days out of the week. It really depends on the need, but on average 3 to 4 days. We provide 350 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner in our soup kitchen, and we have about 600 families that we serve in our food pantry. Oh, we're here today. I'm here today to pick up turkeys. Certainly this time of year, it's customary that we give out turkeys to many of the poor families in the Stamford or lower Fairfield County.
Coming Thanksgiving, last year we distributed 11,000 turkeys. This year we will be distributing 15,000 turkeys. Hopefully, that's our goal, and we're going to work as hard as we can to get there. It's a difficult goal, and every year seems to get tougher. I indebted eternally to the donors. We have so many wonderful, wonderful donors, like the Knights of Columbus who came through the other day. And they were founded over 100 years ago for the purpose of taking care of widow and orphans who were killed in coal mines and whatnot. And they took care, and here we are over 100 years later, and the organization is still thriving and still taking care of the community.
Knights of Columbus has for a number of years donated turkeys to food banks in Connecticut. We've been doing it for at least 10 years for the Connecticut Food Bank down in New Haven. And this year we expanded our reach because obviously it's a tough time and people are really having a difficult time not just making ends meet, but sometimes having enough to eat, which seems amazing in this day and age, but that's the way it is. There are a lot of people who have been caught by this recession, and it has bitten deeply. It is lasting longer, and it's causing more hardship than any since really the Great Depression. And so there's a real need. So this year we've nearly doubled the number of turkeys that we've donated to food banks around Connecticut, bringing more than 700 of them up here to the food bank for Lower Fairfield County. Later today we'll be helping to distribute turkeys to nonprofit agencies up in East Haven at the Connecticut Food Bank too. So altogether we've donated more than 1,600 turkeys this Thanksgiving holiday season. And it's because the Knights of Columbus is dedicated first and foremost to charity. That is what we are most about. You see two things here at the food bank this morning. You see a large shipment, such as the one the Knights of Columbus delivered of 720 turkeys. But you also see individual people showing up here, one at a time, donating just one thing. A lady came here just a few minutes ago, went into her trunk and pulled out one ham, which she donated so that someone will have a ham who needs it. So it's an opportunity both for us as groups and as individuals to help the less fortunate, of whom there are a great many these days, at Thanksgiving. And we're very proud to be a part of it.
The best team in the world. They just know what to do, when to do it, how to do it. When the food comes in, they weigh it in, they count it in, weigh it in, move it, store it appropriately, work together, and we've come to love each other. And I think that's the core of an organization like this. I think that's the core of it, because we know we're not obviously not doing it for shareholders or whatnot. We're doing it for those who need it most. As an executive director, it's my job to seek funding, to ensure that funding is continuous, to be the face of the agency, to tell the story of the agency, of the people that we're servicing, to go out, to write the grants, to implore individuals to believe that people don't want to be poor. We don't want to be poor, and we don't want to be in the space that sometimes we're placed in life, and that's my job. I can speak to it on a personal level too. I'm quite fortunate because for a bit of time during my childhood, I was on welfare. My dad became too ill and our house was foreclosed on, and for a period of time we were on welfare. And one lesson, and I think that lesson stayed with me for the rest of my life. Even if you're poor, you have rights. And the individuals we service today, they have rights. They have the right not to go to bed hungry. They have the right, the fundamental right, not to have to deprive their child of a food because they can't get that food. And I think that's the biggest thing here, that we make sure our agencies have the food that they need so that they don't have to say, we're sorry, we cannot help you. And that's the biggest message for the food bank, is that we have to be here. We have to be here because our agencies need us, and we can't let them down. We can never let them down.
If I had to say thank you, I would really say a prayer for them first, because they certainly need prayer for the people to continue to help them, so they are able to help us and we are able to help others. So I would say God bless you and thank you, thank you, thank you.
Food bank is always feed me and give me food.
Food bank helps us out a lot.
It's a pleasure to do business with this organization.
Would say thank you and God bless you, and please continue to have the food bank because so many people need it, like myself.
I love you, Food Bank. Without you, we wouldn't be able to do the things we do for our families at New Covenant House.
Any one of us can be broken down. Any one of us can be broken down. But we have to build it up one stone at a time. We have to look at each other as eye to eye. We're all the same. We're all the same.
In the name of Jesus, we ask you to bless the food bank, bless those that work there, and bless those that contribute to the food bank. And I thank you for the food bank helping us to contribute and be a blessing to other people. In Jesus' name.